Rally's over. This gentleman's an interesting guy. I'm glad he's back with us. I wish he was teaching me when I was in school. Wouldn't he have an entertaining class, don't you think?
You'd be a smart guy today.
Boy, oh boy. He has theories ranging from the origin of the face of Mars, we'll find out more about that, on to how to remove a splinter. He knows about everything. Here to explain the mysteries of the universe. In fact, he is one of the mysteries of the universe. Please welcome back Dr. Franklin Ruehl. But there's nothing wrong with being entertaining as well as educational, is there?
Exactly.
And that's I assume, your philosophy of life.
Yes, it is.
All right, what is this, because I know you and Dan got involved in this discussion off camera last time, this whole business of the face of Mars. I don't know anything about it.
You don't?
You start.
Okay. The face of Mars was photographed by NASA's Viking 1 orbiter back in 1976, the date July 25th. And it shows what appears to be a definite humanoid face on the surface of Mars. Now, as we look at it, you should see
We have a picture?
that there is a hairline, eyes, nose, mouth, and chin.
Now, you mean in the... Well, now...
Indeed, everyone I've shown that to, Pat, except possibly you, has immediately said that looks like a humanoid face.
So how large would that be?
Well, that's roughly 3/4 of a mile from ear to ear and 1 mile from crown to chin. And it has been analyzed by computer by 2 scientists back about 1976 when it first came into play, and they found that it apparently is inherently different from the surrounding terrain. In other words, it appears to be a created structure, not a natural one, Pat. Now, just a few months ago, in the journal Applied Optics, another scientist used another computer and found that from every conceivable viewing angle, the face of Mars retains its integrity. In other words, Pat, it's not a trick of light and shadow. It's not an optical illusion.
Well,
now,
so well, let me ask you this first of all. Mount Rushmore.
Exactly. Now,
is that natural? Or someone built it? Are you saying that someone carved this thing?
Well, that you brought up Mount Rushmore, and that's what I tell skeptics. Look at Mount Rushmore, the 4 presidential faces. Look in Bamiyan, Afghanistan, where you have the world's largest Buddha carved out of the side of a mountain. And, of course, we all know about the Sphinx in Egypt. Aliens photographing our planet might skeptically say, those must be natural structures. They couldn't have been created by intelligence.
But they'd see George Washington's head, and then a little further on they'd see like a 7-Eleven.
Not necessarily, no. Because
wouldn't that give it away?
Not in South Dakota. There's probably no... And also, there may be other smaller structures on the surface of Mars that have not yet been picked up photographically. In the future, we'll have more detail. But there are some pyramids to the southwest of that, not shown in this photo, which also make us think there might be some sort of a civilization that once existed there. Whether it's still there now or not, we don't know. Perhaps they've gone underground as the Martian atmosphere thinned out. Perhaps they've gone underwater at the North or South Polar Cap. But so, I submit
do your peers think you're wacky about this?
Well, it depends on who you call my peers. I've talked to many NASA scientists, and I cannot believe how close-minded they are about this. They absolutely refuse to admit that there's a possibility that this was a created structure.
Now, that would be, if that were found to be true somehow, that would change the way we look at everything, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think it calls for an immediate expedition to Mars. The way this is in the northern latitudes of Mars, in an area known as Sidonia. Now, on the other hand, many ufologists are open-minded, such as myself, and believe further investigation is called for. Okay, and again, I think that Mount Rushmore analogy is ideal.
Well, you can count on me.
Okay, thank you.
Now.